Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mansa Queen, and in today's video, y'all, I got something exciting. We will be making a fresh strawberry pound cake, and we're also gonna make a delicious glaze. We are using fresh ingredients today, and you know what that means? We are assured of all the maximum flavors possible. So without wasting much of your time, let's get right into today's video. Welcome back, friends. So we're starting off with 1 pound of fresh strawberries. I have already gone ahead and cut off the stumps and washed it thoroughly, and we're gonna go ahead and make a strawberry puree. So here we're gonna start off by I'm blending it in my NutriBullet. You could use any blender of your choice. Please do not use the blender that you would use for onions and peppers. You are not gonna like that taste or the smell of it. So this NutriBullet I only use for my smoothies, so it's perfect for this recipe. We're going to try to make our own strawberry puree. Once we get that all nice and smooth, you want it to be as smooth as possible. This is what it looks like. I will go ahead and take out about 3 to 4 tablespoons of the fresh strawberry puree and set it aside. This is what we're going to use for our glaze, so do not forget to take it out once you blend all your strawberries. Okay, so we're just gonna put that aside. This is what it looks like, nice and fresh and all natural. So the rest of the strawberry puree is gonna go into a pan right here. What we're gonna do here is try to simmer this down. So we're gonna bring it to a boil on medium heat. Bring it to a boil and let it simmer down. We want it to be as concentrated as possible. So I let mine cook and simmer down. I was trying to go for about 3/4 of a cup of strawberry concentrate. So this is all natural, but if you don't have time to make all of this, I guess you could buy your own strawberry concentrate. I really don't know. I've never tried it because this is so simple, really, and you could buy fresh strawberries from most grocery stores anyway. So just let it simmer down, and you would notice that it would thicken as it cooks. I believe mine cooked on low to medium heat for about 10 to 15 minutes, and don't forget to keep stirring it constantly, especially the sides. You don't want it, sticking or burning on all of that good stuff. So yeah, just simmer this down, and I'm telling you, it smells so good, so fresh. Nothing beats fresh ingredients. So this is about 12 minutes into simmering it, and now it is done. I am gonna go ahead and pour it out into a container, and you want to let this cool down all the way to room temperature because we're gonna add it to a cake, so you don't want to add it hot. I had to put mine in the refrigerator to let it cool down faster. So this is what it looks like. Allow it to cool down completely, and in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and start making our cake. In a large bowl, I'm gonna mix my dry ingredients today. I am starting off by sifting 3 cups of all-purpose flour. Again, we are doing a pound cake from scratch, so I'm going in with 3 cups of all-purpose flour. I like to run this flour through the sifter to get it aerated and get rid of any lumps or any particles that might be in the flour. And to that, I'm going to be adding 1 teaspoon of baking powder. That's what's going in there. And in this small container, I have some baking soda, and we're going to do about half a teaspoon of baking soda. And also I'm going to be adding some salt. Now I am using salted butter, so I'm just going in with a pinch of salt. If you were using unsalted butter, then you would definitely need more salt. So here are all our dry ingredients. You're just going to go ahead with a whisk and get it all incorporated, and that will be it. We'll put that aside and move on to the next step. I am using my stand mixer today because it's a pound cake and it's really heavy. I'm starting off with 3 sticks of salted butter. Again, Kerrygold is my favorite brand because it's all natural and it's from grass-fed cows, so it is so tasty, so delicious. Again, the quality of your ingredients will really determine the final result of your baked goods, so always remember that. So what I'm just doing here, my butter is already at room temperature. You could tell it is nice and soft. I'm just trying to cream it up together in the mixer, and also not forgetting to scrape the sides of my bowl. Once I get the butter all nicely creamed, we're gonna go ahead and add my sugar. Here I have 3 cups of regular granulated white sugar. Now in my pound cakes I would typically cut down on the sugar, but this is a strawberry cake, so 3 cups is perfect because the tart from that strawberry is gonna cut down the sugar in the cake a lot. So 3 cups is perfect for this recipe. Now here I have 5 eggs at room temperature. Very important, make sure your ingredients are at room temperature. Bring them ahead of time. So now what I'm gonna do, while my sugar and my butter has creamed up nicely, I will go ahead and start adding the eggs one at a time and letting it beat for a few seconds before I add in the next one. And please always remember to stop at some point and scrape down the sides of your bowl, because the mixer does not typically get to all those parts. Okay, so now it's time to flavor it up. I am going in with 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and I'm also going in with 1 teaspoon of strawberry extract. Really important choices out here. It's gonna make this cake so delicious. Boy, this cake was so good. And let me tell you, there's a perfect balance between the sweetness and the tart from the strawberry. It is perfect. Anyway, now it's time to add dry ingredients, but I'm going to alternate it with the wet. Here I have 1 cup of buttermilk at room temperature. Very important. And then I have 3/4 cup of concentrated strawberry puree. This is the one that I cooked already. So I'm going in with some of the flour, and then I would run my mixer, beat this on low speed. Once it starts to incorporate, I will start adding in some of my buttermilk, and then I will alternate with the flour again. That's just, you just want to go with the wet and the dry, until you get everything incorporated. It just makes mixing easier, and you are less likely to overbeat and overwork your batter and the gluten in this cake. Okay, so now we're going in with the strawberry puree, the concentrate, and guys, look at that. Oh my goodness, the color is so rich. It is everything. Now this is the last bit of our flour mixture, and that's what's going in now. Now this is optional. I decided to just add a few drops of red food color, and please, this part right here, do not skip it. You need to zest that baby. I always say, zest your cake. Don't be scared. I am using the zest of 1 whole lemon. So please, by all means, zest it up when your batter is all done. You just want to fold this zest into the cake. You don't want to mix it at this point. Just fold it gently into the batter right before you bake. And also, by this time, your oven should be preheated to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. Remember, if you've been on my channel for a while, you would know that when I bake pound cakes or big cakes like this, I like to reduce the temperature and bake at a lower temp for a longer period. I am using this tube pan today. I believe this is about a 16 cup baking pan, so it's actually big. It's perfect for my pound cakes. They do not overspill or any of that. So make sure that you scrape all of your batter in there, and all I'm trying to do here is level it up as much as possible. Pop it, drop it. This is a pound cake, so it's not likely to have a lot of air bubbles, but we're just going to do that gently. And this is what our prepared batter looks like. It's going into the oven, 325 degrees Fahrenheit, for about 70 to 80 minutes. Now in the meantime, I am going to make a quick glaze. Here I have 2 cups of powdered sugar, and to that I am adding my fresh strawberry puree. Remember, in the beginning I had blended the strawberries and I removed this part before I simmered it down to get the concentrate. So this is as fresh as possible. I started off with 3 tablespoons, and here I am also adding 1 tablespoon of heavy whipping cream. Get that all together. Again, the amount of liquid you would use would depend on how thick you want your glaze. I was not going for a very thick glaze, so I made mine a little more runny, but I, by all means, just start little by little and then gradually add it. So this is the 4th and the last tablespoon of strawberry puree that I'm adding in here. So in total I used 4 tablespoons of the strawberry puree and then 1 tablespoon of that heavy whipping cream. And this consistency was good enough for me. Now I'm going to add 1/4 a teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1/4 teaspoon of strawberry extract. That's all you need, and we're going to put that aside. Now our cake is out of the oven, and guys, look at that. Take a moment and take that in. Beautiful golden brown color, just what I was looking for. Mine took about 75 minutes to be done, but remember to insert a toothpick in the middle, and when it comes out dry, then your cake is definitely done. Now we're gonna let this cake cool down. I'm gonna leave it in the baking pan to cool down for about 15 minutes, and I will invert it and let it cool down all the way to room temperature. Now here is our cake all the way cool, and it looks so beautiful and so perfect. Now it is time to glaze this baby, and guys, look at that. I'm just gonna be quiet for a second. So satisfying, let me tell you. Drench this cake in this glaze. This glaze right here, let me tell you, the cake on its own, even though I use 3 cups of sugar, it is not overly sweet like most pound cakes would be. I find pound cakes too sweet. That's why I even cut it down to 2.5 cups. But the 3 cups I use right here is perfect. And again, it's because of all that acidity that's coming from the fresh strawberry puree. Okay, so it is cutting down the sweetness in the cake. And this glaze just balances out the whole thing. And the fact that we use wholesome and fresh ingredients just took it off the roof. Man, I put my foot in this one. Believe me, trust me on this one. How many times do I say it? I am not kidding. Look at me right here. I was so confused because the cake was so pretty. Anyway, it is time to slice into this cake. Let us see what we're working with. Now, let me tell you right here. You are assured of every type of moisture you could think about. It got all of the things moisture in this cake. Okay, it is so beautiful, almost too perfect. I did not even want to cut into it, but let me tell you, let's look at this. Guys, this is a Valentine special. Tell me, if you make this for that special person, especially the one that likes sweets, tell me who's not gonna like this. I love it, and I'm sure you guys are gonna like it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, share with your friends and family, and until I catch you in my next one, y'all stay safe. I love you all. Bye.